Elizabeth, you're on mute.
Okay, thank you.
Morning.
Morning. Good morning. Why have you come to earth? Do you remember? Why have you taken birth? Why have you come to love, to serve and remember, to love, to serve and remember? Why have you come to earth? Why have you come? Why have you taken birth? Why have you come to love, to serve and remember, to serve and remember, to love, to serve and remember? Why have you come to earth? Do you remember? Why have you taken birth? Why have you come to love, to serve and remember, to love, to serve and remember, to love, to serve and remember?
Thank you, Elizabeth. That's the amazing Elizabeth Nauer. Welcome, welcome to the Center for Conscious Living. I want to start off with a prayer. If you'll repeat after me. I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and peace. I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and joy. I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and all of God's blessings. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you all for being here today. We got a wonderful service for you today, our meditation Sunday with the amazing Kathy Milano. But first, I want to introduce our practitioners who are around the Zoom, who are holding the high watch, the consciousness, the knowingness of all of the good of God, the knowingness of the perfection of our lives, that God is the only thing, so that you can let go of all of your worries and concerns and give it over to the practitioners, and they'll pray, knowing the truth of all of the conditions that are going on, the spiritual truth. We have Lisa Meinert as our second practitioner. She's going to be disseminating the prayers to the practitioners, because the practitioners pray over them all week long. So if you have prayers, please send them into the office. Lynn Scheider is third practitioner, holding consciousness for the service and all of us. We have Jane Hobson is our techie behind the scenes, doing all the behind the scenes work. Thank you, Jane. But our first practitioner is Marlene, the amazing Marlene Volper. And I'd like to bring her up to do our invocation.
Good morning, everybody. And Beth's song was perfect. Why else are we here but to serve and remember? And today is a beautiful day for a meditation Sunday. It's a stay inside kind of day and a go within kind of day. So let's all just take a breath and go within. And another deep breath, and know that the presence of God is always here. It is that divine energy that breathes us, that surrounds us, that is us, that I am presence. And today is a beautiful day. And this is a beautiful moment. And every moment is a beautiful moment. And I know that today's unfolding for meditation service is one that provides each and every one with exactly what they need today. Knowing that our dear Kathy Milano is downloading the divine, as she does for us every month, and provides us with all that beautiful information and that necessary revitalization, that refreshing that many of us take for granted and do not allow ourselves to have or partake in. And I know that this beautiful Sunday meditation washes over each and every one of us. It is what we need. It is what the world needs. Grateful for each and every one of you that is here today, that you have joined us in community, our Zoom community today. Knowing that all is in perfect divine right order today and every day. Absolutely grateful for all that is. And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you, Reverend Marlene. Now I'd like to bring back up the wonderful Elizabeth Nauer.
Okay, I just want to say before I start this, this is Here I Am, Lord, and hopefully you remember from many years of singing this together. This is courtesy of Lou and Susan Doty, who rewrote the words to this beautiful song, Here I Am, Lord. And I also want to say the first one also reminds me of Carrie Christensen and Donald. And so we all leave this indelible print on each person's heart, and each and every moment we get a chance to make another choice about that. So here I am, Lord. The verses that were originally written were, I, the Lord of sea and sky, I have heard my people cry. All who dwell in dark of night, my hand will save. I who made the stars of night, I will make their darkness bright. Who will bear my light to them? Whom shall I send? Here I am, Lord. Is it I, Lord? I have heard you calling in the night. I will go, Lord, where you lead me. I will hold my people in my heart. And now we sing, Sing the song of Jubilee, for our hearts have been set free. The gift of God within us dwells, and all is good. Learning love and how to live, peace and joy are yours to give. The gift of vision now is yours. Go forth and see. Here I am, Lord. It is I, Lord. Let me be a mirror of your love. I will go, Lord, where you lead me. I reflect your love in all the world. Sing the song of Jubilee, for our hearts have been set free. The gift of God within us dwells, and all is good. Learning love and how to live, peace and joy are yours to give. The gift of vision now is yours. Go forth and see. Here I am, Lord. It is I, Lord. Let me be a mirror of your love. I will go, Lord, where you lead me. I reflect your love in all the world. How better to show gratitude and share my love by serving you. I lay my life before you now. You guide me through. Let me be your song so sweet. Let me be your hands and feet. I'll open up my heart and mind. The rest is you. Here I am, Lord. It is I, Lord. Let me be a mirror of your love. I will go, Lord, where you lead me. I reflect your love in all the world. Let's do the first verse again. Sing the song of Jubilee, for our hearts have been set free. The gift of God within us dwells, and all is good. Learning love and how to live, peace and joy are yours to give. The gift of vision now is yours. Go forth and see. Here I am, Lord. It is I, Lord. Let me be a mirror of your love. I will go, Lord, where you lead me. I reflect your love in all the world. I reflect your love in all the world.
Beautiful, Elizabeth. Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to bring back up Reverend Marlene Volper to do our inspirational reading and our affirmation.
So I chose today's affirmation from a book by Ram Dass called Journey of Awakening, which is one of the books that we use in spiritual practices, which starts this week. And this is a book about meditation. So I thought that this would be appropriate for today. So Ram Dass says, all that you seek is already within you. In Hinduism, it is called the Atman. In Buddhism, the pure Buddha mind. Christ said, "The kingdom of heaven is within you." Quakers call it the still small voice within. This is the space of full awareness that is in harmony with all the universe, and thus is wisdom itself. Every new level of meditation, every new understanding of who you really are, attunes you more delicately to this space so that you can hear and be guided by your inner voice more clearly. Time and time again, your attachments may veil this truth from you. Your attachments lead to seek outside of yourself for answers that can only come from your own heart. Each time you lose contact with that inner awareness, you need only meditate. For through meditation, you will hear that inner voice, that sense of rightness about what you are doing. Your answers are unique. Listen within your heart. And now, if you look at the chat and repeat with me the affirmation, I release my mind to the divine within, knowing that as I meditate, I receive wonderful, divine peace and inspiration.
And so it is. Thank you, Reverend Marlene. So Kathy needs no introduction. We know her amazing consciousness and her amazing abilities, her beingness. She was divinely inspired to start Soul Sanctuary. Please go to her website. She offers a lot of things. She does chanting there. She's a psychologist. She's even an artist, and a very good one at that. But I just love her consciousness, and her soul is just wonderful. And she's a very, very good friend of CCL's. So I would like to introduce Kathy Milano to do our meditation.
Thank you, Paul. Hello, everyone. Thank you for that reading and these prayers and the music. And just a reminder that what comes forth today comes forth from all of us, those of us that are alive here now, and those of us that are in the community, that have been here in the past or coming in the future, those that are listening to the recording. So when we're translating the essence of what we are, what we call divine wisdom, everyone has a voice. So let's see what we have to say today. It's a beautiful thing when you recognize that in a holy moment, you can breathe and drop into your own heart. In the beautiful light of your own heart, the energy of your own soul awaits you here always. One breath. And with the exhale, you're at home in your heart. And when there are times where the mind clamors for you to be at home in your mind, guided by societal noise, stories from the past and worries of the future, something stronger invites you to breathe deeply. The beautiful oxygen, always available. And with the exhale, to come home to the light of your soul, love of your own heart, and rest there. And breathe into the heart and let go of that breath, sharing it with the world, sending your own beautiful heart energy outward. And when there are times where you are deeply disturbed and your stomach is in knots, when the happenings of the world or your own world, your body, your family, your work, your challenge is calling you to attend to it. Remember the wisdom that you may breathe in, that which is always available to you, a new breath. And with the exhale, you can come home to the light of your own soul, which resides in the temple of your own heart. The mind and the belly, they clamor for attention, and they are useful, these brains. And yet it is the brain of the heart, the mind of the soul, that brings you into connection. Every filament of light that moves through your body moves through this heart. The physical heart is blessed and working in harmony with the energy center of the heart, the mystical center of the heart. This is the doorway within. What is it like right now to breathe in through that doorway? To pull breath and light into the heart. See, the doorway is open and the temple space has the flame that is lit, and you are welcome. This is a place of deep remembrance, at homeness, at one-ment. Of course, it is a choice to breathe into the mind or the belly or the heart in every beautiful moment. And yet the forgetting that happens in moments of stress and fatigue and overwhelm, which are part of your experience naturally, there is a tendency to shorten the breath and to forget about this holy temple that lives within you. This most holy temple in which you abide. And it is here that the truest aspects of yourself as a unique representation of one, and the filaments of light connecting you to every other aspect, unique and precious, of one. This is where it all resides. The societal influence is small compared to the vastness of the connection through the cosmos, through all the worlds, through all kingdoms, connected to all relations, to every choice, every potential. In this moment, this temple within you asks you a question. Would you be willing to enter so fully that the temple space itself grows so that you are small within it? And that it is here that you abide. And when you move into meditation, you are but one small flame in a temple filled with light. When you move out into the world, walking, talking, working, serving others, this vast temple, born of your own soul light and the heart space that you carry, now carries you. And everything is amplified. Would you be willing to enter this temple space so fully and abide here so completely that you as an individual come into proportionate size with the vastness of the cosmos? And as the heart temple grows to a vast connected space, you recognize that you are an essential light and that you are simply a small aspect of a vast chamber of love. One essential and bright filament in the cosmic web of light. And here you cease to be a singular identity, enamored with your own story, concerned about your future, carrying the past with you. Here you become the answer. Here you become the one that says, here I am light. Here I am love. Here I am life. Mystery, God, Goddess, Source, Creation, Lord. Here I am. And I take my rightful place among every other precious particle of light. And here, if the intent is truly to love and serve and remember, your own heart temple asks you, can you do that so fully if you are in the temple created by society and time of the mind? Can you do that if you are in the restriction and constriction of anxiety in the belly? Take that breath. Notice how deeply are you entered into your own temple space of your heart, and how large is that temple in this moment. Now here, when you go into the world, the work begins. The recognition that this vast temple of the heart holds for you and mirrors to you is not just the light, not just the love, and not just the harmony. It is that which you have brought into the temple space. Your whole field of information, that which you know about the wounding, the judgments against self or others, the unhealed places, the grief, the shame, the anger, the deep, deep sorrow, the dreams that are hidden because they feel unachievable, and the words that aren't spoken because you are afraid. All of this comes into this temple space, and you, as a beautiful being of light, will be shown by this loving space what is within you that wishes to be seen, to be spoken with, to understand that it originated in some way when you were overwhelmed, or it served to protect you. And yet, it was born of the worldly experience in the mentality of the limitation of the human. And that is not what you are. It is a quick process if you choose it to be. It is a long and heavy process if you choose it to be. For here, this temple of the heart and this cosmic temple of one heart recognizes your own capacity to create a beautiful world with ease and healing, with remembrance that comes in large flashes of light, forever transforming the light matrix that you are and guiding you forward in that moment. When the mind tries to return to a story, you recognize the mind at play. You send it love and return to the vast awareness that you are awakened love, a brilliant light. You illuminate not only your own presence, your own energy field, but you illuminate this temple space. You are part of the illuminated cosmic temple of the heart that broadcasts light and love, harmony and well-being. It broadcasts the potential for all to come into this knowing. This is not a fairy tale. This is not a fluff piece of intent forgotten in the next moment of annoyance. This is how you move in the world when you abide so fully in this temple. This cosmic temple of the heart recognizes that if the shadow, if the wounded place comes up and you wish to dive deeply and live within it, then you will explore every nuance, perhaps feel every pain, perhaps get lost for a minute, a day, a month, a year, a lifetime. And then you are helped within your creation. And yet, when you walk around again, if you choose to be in the vast cosmic temple of the heart, what you will broadcast will be a dimmer light. And what you will attract and project will be that which you are enamored with in your story. It is entirely possible to recognize your story, to spend a few moments with it, to honor those who harmed you and taught you, and those who failed you, and how you failed yourself, how you misread yourself, how you did not have the capacity yet born within you to nourish, guide, and love yourself. And if it is a heartfelt desire to see it, to hear it, to talk with it, and then to release it, you no longer need to carry these wounds, and healing can occur rapidly. It is the transformative power of light and love, but mostly it is the transformative power of your decision. Which temple will you abide in? Which world will you live in? The beautiful world, benevolent, supportive, and deeply understanding of humanity. One that offers you challenges to give you the wonder of transformation, that brings the greatest sorrow and grief to give you the wonder of love and loss. To recognize that you play so many roles, judge and jury, savior, victim, martyr, helper, and great steward of love, harmony, and steward of life, and caring for all your brothers, your sisters, your siblings, all your relations, every kingdom, every level, and this beautiful mother of an earth and this cosmic system and all of the realms that you call heavenly, and that which is beyond yet you are visiting. Or you may live in a world that is deeply unsettling and frightening and dangerous. And take that breath into your own heart space, and this temple whether it is within your heart or you are within the vastness of it, asks you, which world shall you live in? It is a gift of humanity that you can say you live in the spiritual world and you have come to love, serve, and remember. And yet you are guided by the societal wounding and messages. You are reactive from the places unhealed or unseen within you. And this energy that you carry may be yours. It may be earned through experience, but it may come from other experiences, family, lineage, lifetimes, the collective, those with whom you work and play and love or have separated from. In your own light matrix, you carry so much energy that is not your own, and yet if it is your own light matrix, it is here. It is your responsibility to clarify it. And this is a beautiful work of the human. It is a great gift to discover a sense of denseness or darkness within you and to bring it to the light, to welcome it to the temple of your own heart. And at times this takes great compassion and deep understanding, absolute forgiveness. It takes courage, and it does take love. And it takes the opportunity to look at the belief that says, I am frightened and have no courage. I am angry and feel no love. I am against you, not understanding, therefore judging and not compassionate. And yet you welcome that to the temple. And you say, I have the opportunity to bring this to the light. I may have a brief dialogue. I may make a brief choice. I may have some minor understanding. And yet I also have the choice simply to bring it to the light of my own soul that knows all of this is not the highest truth. It is really my choice to do this. And then I remember every time when I'm lost in a story of a wound, when I'm judging myself, when I'm judging my human family. In every second I take the breath, I enter my own temple heart and I notice its size. It may be dim within my own heart, but I now know the key. It is the breath and the choice to enter there, to breathe there with the light of my own soul. That is the wisdom I carry. That is the voice that speaks through me. And this wisdom of my own soul is connected fully and completely with the wisdom of every soul, with every rock, with every cloud, with every person in every state that they are within, with the starlight that shoots across the sky, and with the smallest creature that lives deep within the ocean. Every soul, I am with you. Now I understand that my choice matters deeply. And the temple space says, what choice would you make in any moment? Where do you breathe your life into? The societal mind of time and story, the anxious belly, or the open temple of your own heart that is linked to the open temple of every heart. All are linked to the vast cosmic temple of light. And what is the purpose of this great, vast, cosmic temple of light? To love. Simple. In a form beyond human understanding. Where do you choose to breathe? How do you choose to face your stories, your wounds, and your shadows? You may take the long route. You may carry your burdens with you. It is your choice, for you are a delightful creator. And what world do you choose to live in? One that is frightening and deeply disturbing, or one that is beautiful, that holds disturbance, that invites you to clear that match within your own being, so that you remember you are the light of your soul. You are the wisdom that resides shared in all beings. And from there, and there you love. And this is a service in every way it shows up. One breath. Where does it go? One temple. Does it reside in you, or do you abide in it? Simplify what you call your spiritual path. Simplify how you live your life. One breath, one noticing of this beautiful heart temple. One choice. How you deal with places that are not the brilliant illumination. Everything outside of you mirrors that which is within you. And so it is simple. And is it quick? Do you step into the vast cosmic temple of light? Or are you there in a bubble of your own darkness? Both are acceptable. It is your human experience. And in the vastness, the energy of love that witnesses how the humans do it, well, what occurs? It is simple. Great love. Constantly illuminated. Accepting all decisions. Accepting every heart that doesn't know it has a temple space with doors locked and rested. And what is the response? It is simple. Brilliant love. Illuminated. This is the cosmos. There is no place that this illuminated love does not reside. And thus you are at choice. Will you see it and be it? Or will you hide it and hide from it? Either way is acceptable. For you are a brilliant creator. And as with all beings, you are loved most deeply. One breath.
Thank you, Kathy. If we'll all just stay in this meditative space, we want to offer the oneness blessing. All the blessing givers, if you'll raise your hands. And Beth will play the Mula mantra.
Om Sachitananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramama Shri Bhagavati Samhita Shri Bhagavate Namah Om Sachitananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramama Shri Bhagavati Samhita Shri Bhagavate Namah Om Sachitananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramama Shri Bhagavati Samhita Shri Bhagavate Namah.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Now I'd like to bring up Jane Hobson to do our reading of the offertory that you will find in the chat.
Sorry. Please join me for the blessing of the offering. Thank you, God, for this abundance that is mine to share. I bless this gift and give it to thee in gratitude and joy, knowing that as I give, I do receive. Thank you.
Thank you, Jane. Knowing that as I give, I do receive. Like to bring it back up, Elizabeth Nauer, to do some more beautiful music.
Morning has broken like the first morning. Blackbird has spoken like the first bird. Praise for the singing, praise for the morning, praise for them springing fresh from the sweet the rain's new fall, sunlit from heaven, like the first dew fall on the first grass. Praise for the sweetness of the wet garden. Praise from incompleteness where his feet pass. Mine is the sunlight, mine is the morning, born of the one night, Eden saw red. Praise with elation, praise every morning, God's recreation of the new day. Morning has broken like the first morning. Blackbird has spoken like the first bird. Praise for the singing, praise for the morning, praise for them springing fresh from the womb.
Beautiful, Elizabeth. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So now we have a new visitor's blessing, but it's actually for all of us. So if you will repeat after me, welcome to the Center for Conscious Living. We are a heart-centered spiritual community. We open ourselves to you in love. We recognize the perfection of God within you. We celebrate the joyous being that you are. You are a radiant point of light. And we are blessed by your presence. Welcome home. Love, 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 love that blessing. So with it being the end of the season for nonviolence, I want to first read Ernest Holmes' Prayer for World Peace. I know there is but one mind, which is the mind of God, in which all people live and move and have their being. I know there is a divine pattern for humanity, and within this pattern, there is infinite harmony, peace, cooperation, unity, and mutual helpfulness. I know that the mind of mankind, being one with the mind of God, shall discover the method, the way, and the means best fitted to permit the flow of divine love between individuals and nations. Thus, harmony, peace, cooperation, unity, and mutual helpfulness are experienced by all. I know there will be a free exchange of ideas, of cultures, of spiritual concepts, of ethics, of educational systems, and scientific discoveries, for all good belongs to all alike. I know that because divine mind has created us all, we are bound together in one infinite and perfect unity. I know that all people and all nations will remain individual, but unified for the common purpose of promoting peace, happiness, harmony, and prosperity. I know that deep within each person, the divine pattern of perfect peace is already implanted. I now declare that in each person and in leaders of thought throughout everywhere. That divine pattern moves in action and form to the end that all nations and all people will live together in peace, harmony, and prosperity forever. And so it is. And now I'd like to bring up June Hammett to talk about the season for nonviolence.
Yes, the season for peace and nonviolence.
Thank you.
So we are at the end of our 2022 celebration of the season for peace and nonviolence. And I just really want to acknowledge all the beautiful lights who have participated this year. We are not alone. We cannot do it alone, but together, what an astounding light we hold. And very briefly, we had about 10 plus people participate this year. Marty, of course, and Blanchard, who talked about the power of forgiveness. Holly Myers, how to be a counter-revolutionary of kindness. Bobby Miles talked about what would love do? What is yours to do? Katura did a beautiful, beautiful sharing about compassion being love in action. Kathy Miller spoke about harmony with nature. Aji Schreffler talked about how an open-hearted acknowledgement of diversity is so extraordinarily important for peace on the planet. And Arlen Salmons brought her little team together to share about how peace is important all around the world with many, many languages. May peace prevail on earth around the planet. And our own animal chaplain, Regina de Barberas, spoke about the moral imperative of caring for our neighbors on this planet, especially farm animals, which is a really important thing to remember. So that brings us to the end of this particular season. And really beautiful and powerful. So many reminders of and meditations on the many aspects of peace. And yet, the world seems in such distress in so many areas, our personally, our government, our Hollywood, about the wars around the world, and so much distress. It's so easy and human to just sometimes be overwhelmed by anger and cynicism, helplessness. So how do we remember? How do we remember? How do we remember every day that we choose to walk in peace? How do we do that? So I'm not going to tell you how. I'm going to share with you a story that I recently rediscovered. It's a short story that seems very appropriate to our times. Many of you might have heard it before. So if you lower your eyes and take a breath and just listen to this little story. Once upon a time, there was an older man, a writer. He used to go out to the ocean to think about his writing. He had been tired and discouraged. Early one morning, he took a walk along the shore after a big storm had passed during the night. He found the vast beach littered with starfish as far as the eye could see, stretching in both directions. Off in the distance, the man noticed a small boy approaching. As the boy walked, he paused every so often, dancing in the surf. As he grew closer, the man could see that the youth was occasionally bending down to pick up an object and throwing it out into the sea. The boy came closer still, and the man called out to him, "Good morning. May I ask what you're doing?" The young boy paused, looked up, and replied, "I'm throwing starfish into the ocean." The tide has washed them up onto the beach, and they can't get back to the sea by themselves. The boy then spread his arms wide. When the sun gets high, they will die unless I throw them back in the water. The elder regarded this small boy, and he said, "There must be tens of thousands of starfish on this beach. I'm afraid you're not going to be able to make much of a difference." The boy bent down, picked up yet another starfish, and threw it as far as he could into the ocean. Then he turned to the man and he smiled and he said, "It made a difference to that one." So my question to you is, what is that one precious starfish for you today and for tomorrow and for every day? That one precious starfish as you walk every day, step by step in peace. Thank you all.
Thank you, June. I'd like to thank June and Marty for heading up this beautiful season of peace and nonviolence. You guys have done a brilliant job, and it's wonderful to see. I just honor you and I love you both. Thank you for the team that you put together, the consciousness for the love, and your commitment to peace and nonviolence, and to the world. Thank you both very, very much. So now I'd like to bring up Elizabeth Nauer.
I got so lost in that beautiful story, I thought we were done. That was beautiful. Thank you. Okay, here we go.
Can't be done without you.
All right, well, here we go without all of you singing together. Thank you. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that is meant to be, with God as our power, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Beautiful, Elizabeth. Thank you. I want to bring up Regina DiBarberi to do our announcements as she puts on her glasses.
Yes, thank you for noticing. Good morning, everyone. So let us begin with, and thank you all for this very, very lovely service. So let's just begin with, again, we repeat from last week, we need 2 volunteers to help set up the CCL table, which is towards the back of the room where we're at for in-person services. It's just, setting the table and then taking it down. Spiritual practices will begin this Wednesday, April the 6th. It's 10 weeks. The investment is $185. This class is required for practitioner training, but is also the next class to take if you've taken foundations. Let the office know if you're planning on taking it. And that, of course, that office is Reverend Marlene Volper. Red Tent will meet April 16th in person. contact the office or Kathy Miller if you're interested in attending. Martha Creek will be our Sunday speaker on May 15th. If you are interested in doing practitioner training, please contact Reverend Marlene so she can take a look at the classes that you will need. We are looking to begin a practitioner class in the fall of 2023. Contact the office so that Marlene can look at what classes you need. All of our upcoming classes and events are listed on the website, so please check them for complete descriptions, requirements, dates, times, and investment value. Just a reminder again that we are moving to YouTube only for live streaming in our in-person services. Please go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. Click on the bell next to the subscribe button and you get notified when we have upcoming in-person live stream services. Scott, our IT guy and expert on the streaming, has created a YouTube video on how to do this. And this link can be found on our website. I have to say that at the last service we had, which was in person, we had done much better. There were many fewer people on Zoom than there were before. So kudos to all, and thank you so much for helping us meet this intention and reach that goal. Anyone wanting a prayer can also contact the office, and the prayer for the week is prayed for by all of the practitioners that we have for Center for Conscious Living. So please do not hold back. Take opportunity of that, and do not be shy. We could all use prayer, and it is so very powerful. Next Sunday, I think it's April the 10th, we have the return of our Matzah sisters. That's Arlene Salmons and Bobby Mills. So they have been with us so many years, and it is their presentation on celebrating Passover. So we look forward to that as well. I have the men's group meet on the third Monday, which is April the 18th. Now, we did announce this before, but I'm going to say this again as part of our announcements. Right after service, there is a meeting on the presentation of the 2022 CCL budget. Now, if this is not exciting enough for you to stay on this call, let me add something else to it. And that is, we have a very exciting announcement to make regarding Reverend Catherine McClellan and Reverend Paul Hoyt. So please stay on the call, and we will cover this in due process. So thank you. We will take a 5-minute break when service is over, so we can get our presentation together. And then, so stay on the Zoom call, 5-minute break before we start the meeting. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a lovely day.
Thank you, Regina. You're going to do, let me say something real quick, and then you're doing the closing affirmation.
I am.
Oh, sorry, Marlene. Sorry. So come be at this important meeting. We've gotten together, the Stewardship Council has gotten together to draft this important financial presentation. It's the budget that we have put together for CCL. We want you to know what's going on. Please come join us. We want you to know the work that we've done, where we're headed. So please come join us. So now I'd like to bring up Reverend Marlene Holper to do our concluding prayer.
Oh, what a beautiful service, everybody. Thank you for being part of it, for being here, for just being. All right, everybody, repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
It is this thing called life.
It is this thing called life.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my feelings.
Life is in my feelings.
Life is in all my activities.
Life is in all my activities.
I receive it.
I receive it.
I share it.
I share it.
I am it.
I am it.
And I accept it.
And I accept it.
Just the way that it is.
Just the way that it is.
Thank you, life.
Thank you, life.
And accepting all these gifts, we say, yes.
Yes, 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 yes.
Thanks, everybody, for being here. And please, 5 minutes, and we'll be back
5 minutes
on.
and we'll be
All right?
back.
We're not going to change anything. It's just, it's not another Zoom. It'll be this Zoom. So please